Hey, Emma, grab my bag, will ya? Madison calls out as I walk through the school gates, trying to blend in with my second-hand uniform. I scurry over, flashing a nervous smile. Sure, Madison, no problem. In the hallway, Chloe joins us, flipping her hair. Did you finish my math homework? She asks, not even looking at me. Yeah, here it is. I hand her the papers, feeling a bit like her personal assistant. At lunch, we're sitting at our usual table. I'm about to take a bite of my sandwich when Madison says, Emma, we're going shopping after school. You're coming, right? Basically to carry their bags. I nod, swallowing hard. Yeah, of course. As the bell rings, I gather my things, including their designer bags. Chloe smirks. You're so good at this, Emma. Ever thought of becoming a professional bag holder? I force a laugh. But inside, I'm questioning everything. Maybe I should, I reply, trying to sound upbeat. Hey, if you're enjoying this glimpse into my wannabe glam life, hit that like and subscribe button. After school, as I'm lugging their bags around the mall, my phone buzzes. It's Mom. Emma, why are you always so busy lately? She asks, her voice filled with concern. I find a quiet corner and whisper, I'm just hanging out with some friends at the mall, Mom. I know your grades have always been great, honey, but don't you think you should focus more on your studies? Yeah, Mom, I've got it under control. You know really well I study all the time, I said, trying to sound convincing. But deep down, I knew most of my studies are doing Madison and Chloe's homework. I hang up, feeling a twinge of guilt. I've been so caught up in being one of the cool kids that I've started ignoring everyone else. Like, I'm better than them somehow. The next day at school, I'm strutting down the hall with Madison and Chloe, pretending to laugh at their jokes. I catch a glimpse of my old friends, but I just walk past, acting like they don't exist. It's weird, this new Emma. She's confident, sure, but she's also kind of lost. Lost in a world where I'm carrying bags and doing homework for others so I can spend more time with them. Hey Emma, you coming to my party on Friday? Madison asks, snapping me out of my thoughts. Sure, I say, but my mind's already racing with the list of tasks for the upcoming annual function at school, and we as a group got this huge task from the school to handle everything around the play. As the big day approaches, I'm swamped, decorating the stage, checking mics, coordinating costumes, you name it, I'm on it. It's like I'm a one-woman show, and honestly, it's overwhelming. On the other hand, Chloe and Madison are shopping for their costume and getting their mani-pedi done. In the midst of setting up, I notice a new face. He's an intern, Jake, and he's watching me run around like a headless chicken. Need a hand? He asks, stepping forward. I'm hesitant, but nod. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. As we work together, Jake's impressed. How do you manage all this alone? He asks, genuinely curious. I shrug, trying to keep it cool. Just used to it, I guess. Then, disaster strikes. The lead actor in the play falls sick. As soon as Madison heard the news, she got into panic mode and basically begged me, Emma, do something. You're the one I know I can count on. Figure this out. I wasn't showing, but I was equally devastated because we had worked so hard on the play. I was trying to think of something and thought of Jake, and perhaps he can take the role of our lead actor. As soon as I saw Jake, in a panic, I blurted out to Jake, "You've seen the rehearsals? Think you could step in?" He looks surprised, but then grins. I'll do it, but just for you,
okay?
Hearing this, I felt a warm blush spread across my cheeks. It was the first time someone did something special just for me. So, Jake's our new lead. The rehearsals are intense, but he's a natural. As we go over lines again and again, I can't help but feel a connection. It's weird, but in a good way. As the day rolls by, the play's buzz is all over school. Madison, the female lead, instantly notices Jake's charm.
Emma, where did you find this guy?
She asks me during rehearsal, her eyes sparkling. I shuffle my feet, feeling a bit shy. He works backstage. We're just friends, I manage to say. Madison raises an eyebrow.
Friends, huh? Well, I like him, so back off, okay? Just focus on organizing the play.
Her words sting, but I just nod, feeling smaller than ever. The next few days are tough. Madison saw me and Jake talking to each other and casually spending time together. Madison starts throwing snide comments my way, especially when Jake's around. It's like I'm back to being invisible, only good for doing favors. Then one evening, my parents sit me down.
Emma, you're organizing the whole show. You're capable of so much,
Dad says, his eyes full of pride. Mom chimes in.
Why don't you do something on your own? Learn to say no sometimes.
I sigh, feeling a mix of frustration and sadness. But we're not rich like them. I have to do all this to fit in. They're my friends now, I say, trying to convince myself more than them. Dad looks at me, his expression serious.
Are they really your friends, Emma? Friends help each other. They don't put everything on one and leave them with a mess.
I bite my lip, fighting the doubt creeping in. It doesn't matter. I'm one of them now, no matter if I do this or not, I say, a part of me wanting to believe it's true. The next day, during the show, Madison, as the lead character, is worse than ever. She snaps at me constantly.
Emma, my costume needs adjusting. Hurry up with my makeup. I don't have all day.
I try to keep up, but her demands are relentless. It's like I'm invisible, just a shadow scurrying behind her. After the curtain falls, Jake finds me backstage, his face filled with worry.
Why do you let them treat you like that? You're better than this,
he says, looking at me with genuine concern. I just look down, feeling a mix of shame and sadness. Words fail me, and I quickly leave, rushing back home. Alone in my room, I stand in front of the mirror, tears streaming down my face. I wish I was Madison, the lead character, I say aloud, choking back sobs. I could be the one in charge, calling the shots. The next morning, I wake up and something unbelievable has happened. I'm Madison. It's like my wishes from last night came true. I can hardly contain my excitement as I leap out of bed, rushing to the mirror. There I am, looking back at myself with Madison's face. It's surreal, being in her luxurious room, surrounded by everything I've ever dreamed of. I pinch myself to see if this is even real. And guess what? It is! I quickly pick out the best outfit from her extensive wardrobe, feeling a rush of excitement. I've always imagined what it would be like to live her life. And now, here I am. I head downstairs, ready to start the day the way I always do at home, with a warm hug and a cheerful good morning to Mom. But when I greet Madison's parents, they just look at me, unresponsive. I try again, louder this time. Good morning! Madison's mom barely glances up.
Why are you making such a big deal out of it? We never say good morning to each other in our house.
I'm slightly surprised by her question, but it doesn't bring me down. When I ask about breakfast and hear her say,
"Since when did you start having breakfast? You're always skipping meals to stay in shape."
I just shrug it off. I was starving, but that's all right. I am Madison after all, I tell myself. I'm stepping into Madison's shoes now, and I'm going to make the most of every moment.
I help myself to breakfast, feeling a thrill at the thought of all the possibilities this day could bring. I'm Madison, one of the most popular girls in school. Today is going to be amazing. At school the next day, everything feels different. I'm Madison now, the girl everyone notices. As I walk through the halls, I overhear a couple of guys talking about me. I really like her, but she's so out of reach. One says, "Yeah, and she's mean. No point in trying." The other adds, "It hits me hard. This version of me, Madison, is intimidating and unapproachable. No one dares to get close because they're afraid of being rejected or scorned." Later, I get a shock when I see my test papers. Bad grades. Panicked, I go to the counselor for advice.
Madison, your grades aren't good. With these scores, getting into the college you want will be tough.
The counselor says bluntly. I'm reeling. Madison's life isn't as perfect as I thought. As I walk through the hallway lost in thought, I overhear my friends planning a pajama party. "Let's not invite Madison. She's always so bossy." One of them says, "My heart sinks. Even my friends aren't really my friends." Then I realize I am also the lead actor of the play now that I am Madison, so I rush straight to the theater. In the play, as I stand backstage, Jake, still the lead actor, comes up to me. He looks serious.
I want you to know something. I'm only doing this play because of Emma. She needed help, and she asked nicely. I have no interest in you, Madison. You're mean. I actually like Emma. I don't get why she puts up with you, why she doesn't just be herself.
His words are like a slap. Is this really who Madison is? Is this the life I wanted? I stand there, feeling a deep sense of emptiness and regret. Standing there, feeling like the whole world has crumbled around me, I rush to the bathroom. I lock myself in a stall and just start crying. Why did I wish for this? I sob to myself. I was happy before, in my own way. My parents loved me. Jake, he cared about me. How did I end up like this? And I won't even make it into a good college. As tears stream down my face, I'm overwhelmed by the realization of what I've lost. The love of my parents, the respect of someone like Jake, just by trying to be someone I'm not. In the midst of my sobbing, something strange happens. Everything starts to blur, and I feel dizzy. Suddenly, I wake up, jolted back to reality, in my own bed, in my own room. It takes me a second to orient myself, but then relief washes over me. It was all just a dream. I'm still me, Emma, not Madison. I sit up, my heart still racing from the dream. I look around my modest room and feel a wave of gratitude. This is my life, my real life, where I'm loved for who I am. I realize now that I don't need to be someone else to be happy. I have people who care about me just the way I am. With a newfound appreciation for my own life, I get ready for school, feeling lighter and more at peace than I have in a long time. I'm just Emma, and that's more than enough.